Hello, welcome to the channel. I'm going to be down here in the corner and we are going to talk about this. So a few days ago, I'll say a few days ago, it was about a week ago now, that I did a video on the whole Shad versus Scholar Gladiatoria drama, right? And, well, about a week ago there was some developments, and I thought I would, in the interest of keeping everyone informed, I'd do a follow up, right? Because this is important. Yeah, it's very fucking important, right? So, to recap, look at that wide motherfucker. You know what I mean, mate? You know what I mean? You know, like look at him. He's a fucking blue belt, you know. Anyway, so to summarise the last video, right? We have Matt Easton, Scholar Gladiatoria, Shad from Shadiversity, right? And well, Shad went on a bit of a rampage about pronouns and enforced speech, so on and so forth. You know, all of the stuff is in the description of this video. We're going to go through some of the comments on this as well, right? Because this kind of like leads on to what actually happened, right? So, Shad had a little bit of a moment. I'll say a little bit of a moment. He's entitled to his opinion, right? And Matt is entitled to his opinion. I know he got the lion's share of, the insults in my last video about this, right? But, I'm going to put my hands up. I couldn't really find much to insult Shad on. If I did, I would have. But to be honest, it doesn't really strike me as something that we can do. So I will put my hands up. I'm just trying to take the piss because a lot of people, right, they're a bit too serious in life. And I figure, why not? Why not? Can't we just have a little bit of like fun and like just tone things down? But no, it gets really like in the weeds about this kind of stuff. So we're going to go over some of the comments and we're going to go into what Metatron has to say about this. Now, I really like Metatron as a creator. First and foremost, I really love him as a creator. I've followed him for years. So, first things first, my meme game is absolutely top tier, right? There is no denying this is fucking like the funniest meme I've ever created. So, it's from the II1. I've known a ton of Mormons like Shad and academics like Easton. The Mormons are way more tolerant of disagreement. I was close with a person who had to be extremely careful people she worked with at the local college didn't find out she was a believer lest it derail her career. Easton seems like that's the world he would like to live in. So I didn't know that. It's not very prevalent in the area that I live in, Mormonism, and academia actually, now that you mention it. Oh, I love yous all. I love yous all. So adjust the mic a little bit. So, there's nothing wrong with Matt cutting ties. Oh no, let's stay on. So I got, are you saying Shad is tolerant of anything other than conservatism? Lol, come on now. And it's like, well, I'm still trying to figure things out, and he always strikes me as the type that will debate you on your beliefs if he doesn't agree with them, to see if you really like strongly hold them, if that makes sense. So there's nothing wrong with Matt cutting ties. He didn't even attack Shad over it properly. I prefer Matt's stuff, but I've been very entertained by Shad a few times. I'm proud of what Shad has built, and he strikes me as a kind man. I don't think Matt is bound down to the mob or being a traitor. I wish I would have left it alone. I like to see him collaborate. I loved seeing Lloyd and Matt together the handful of times. So, yeah, and this is what this is what we're going to get into on this kind of day. We're also going to talk about this from Big Gary Smith here, right? He said Matt is a bigot or a coward. I don't think that's actually quite fair. Truth be told, to the big man, to the elongated face, right? I think he was a little bit. I'm gonna. This is my charitable opinion, right? I do think he was kind of a little bit scared, right? That's my honest opinion. He was a little bit scared of what people would say, especially when Shad is going like quite on the fucking warpath with, stuff that he said. So we're gonna shift gears, and all of these tabs across the top, right? They have, we're gonna go bit by bit. We're gonna go left to right now. So we're not gonna go right to left because this is, you know, all fun and games. So Metatron puts out a statement, and I've read this a lot, right? I've tried to make a video the past couple of days, but every time, like my throat hurts and everything else gets all really weird, right? So I'm going to boil it down, and I'm going to leave a link to this so you can see it for yourself, because I don't want people to think I'm taking things out of context, right? So essentially, what this boils down to is Raf. Can I call you Raf? He he goes into it and he basically says he's linked with both of them, and we'll pick out a few points. This isn't me trying to take him out of context. No, never. I'll never do that. All right. I take the piss. I don't take things out of context. It's two different things, right? When you take the piss, you're like subverting the context. When you're just taking things out of context, you're being a dick. So he explains that Shad's helped him out in a time of need. He's been caring. He gets the benefit of the doubt from Raf or Metatron. I'm going to call him Metatron. Sorry, I mean I'm a long time viewer, whatever. So he'll be a long time friend to Metatron, and he will more often than not get the benefit of the doubt for anything he says. That's a very boiled down and simplified. So it goes here. When it comes to Scholar Gladiatoria, Matt Easton is literally the reason I have a YouTube in the first place. He was my inspiration, the man who sparked the fire in me, and if it weren't for Matt Easton and his highly accurate content, the Metatron channel would not exist. I've been looking up to the man, his knowledge and experience for years. Let it be known, no matter the points of difference, the contrasting views, the various areas in which Shad and I differ ideologically, whoever personally attacks Shad or his family attacks me. And he goes on, he waxes a little bit dramatic on this, like, Metatron mate, I love you, but you don't have to armour up and storm the gates half the time. So he goes on. I'm trying to find the point where he talks about, he talks about a lot of things, because look at this fucking post, it's absolutely willy shrivelingly large, right? Right, here we go. So, I still have a more moderate approach. I'll highlight it for you, right? Yeah, that'll do. I still have a more moderate approach to social and political matters when compared to some of Shad's positions, and many positions of people he is associated with. But a friend must not think exactly like me to be called a friend by me. His actions towards me have spoken. I like that point, Raf. That is a very honourable position. This is why my friendship towards him is solid, but at the same time it does not automatically extend to the people he has chosen to appeal with, such as Carl Benjamin, aka Sargon of Akkad. If you watch this content and like him, you're free to. Once again, free society. I do not like extreme views which to my understanding he holds, and I do not like the way Sargon expresses his views over the years, or has expressed his views over the years. If all of this means that some people will call me alt-right for not having portrayed Shad, so be it. It will be on them. I know what I stand for. I know I'm no extremist, and the truth will prevail. Now, that's a very, very honourable point. You can like someone while not immediately jump into the defence of someone that the person you like associates with. Like in my professional waking life, one of my clients, he hangs around with people I wouldn't necessarily hang out with, but that's why that's what makes people, right? Because I like people that some of my friends don't like, and some of my friends like people I don't like. It's just part of being a person where you can, if someone watches my videos and think, oh, he's not funny, then you're more than welcome to think that, right? But by the same vein, don't judge people for liking my videos. You know, it's not their fault that I'm ravishingly handsome and fucking hilarious, mate. Anyway, so he says like Shad's views aren't extreme and his choice of words could be interpreted that way. He gets to Matt Easton, right? And I think this is just my delusional self-confidence talking here, that I think he might have had a pop at me in this tweet, right? Because, you know, I am the 179 subscriber YouTube superstar, the other Jackal, right? I'm not that Jackal, I'm the other Jackal. You know what I mean, China? Right, so by presenting Matt's disapproval towards Shad's position as a broader matter of disapproval towards conservative thought and Christian thought in general, Shad has generated some serious backlash from Matt. I understand Shad felt disappointed and felt he was unjustly attacked, so he escalated this to the big platforms. After Matt's decision to make a post on his Scholar Gladiatoria's Facebook page about disassociating with Shad, which is his right under a free society, very true, he has received a cascade of hate, threats, attacks, insults, both in the comment section of his videos and on videos made by creators who can't even pronounce the name of his channel properly, never mind knowing the first thing about him as an individual. Those attacks are not right, and I won't stand by that either. Matt clearly thinks Shad does fit these definitions. We'll have to agree to disagree, but it can be done in a civil manner. Now, this is in reference to Matt potentially calling or referring to Shad as a homophobe, a racist, or a sexist. And, you know, Metatron's opinion mirrors my own. He strikes me as a bit of a Christian conservative and a very firmly held believer of those like beliefs. The word belief is getting weird on me now, so let's move on. People have accused Matt of being a traitor, a coward, and of having stabbed a friend in the back. Let's make this 100% clear. Matt and Shad were not friends. They were friendly towards each other and made a few videos together, so no, Matt didn't stab a friend in the back. Matt has nothing against you if you're a Christian, nor does he have anything against conservatives in general. He is only publicly against homophobia, sexism and racism. So if you're a Christian or a conservative, or both, and you have unsubscribed from Matt because of this, Matt doesn't hate you. And I would ask for you to subscribe back. That's a very nice thing for you to do, Raf, right? And I will put my hands up. Matt's channel, Scholar Gladiatoria, I've only seen like 1 or 2 videos of it. I can't comment to the guy's like veracity and his skills and his like, you know, I can't speak to his chops as a creator, yeah? But I can take the piss because I find this situation is very hostile, and I don't want the hostilities. I just want to take the piss. I want everyone to have a bit of a laugh at themselves, and then we can move on talking about whatever we want to talk about later on. So, and it goes on, and he explains his own positions, and you know it's the usual stuff that you have to say when you're making a big statement. Like, oh, I'm not homophobic, I'm not racist, I'm not sexist, but. Anyway, so, and here we go. I could have sworn I had the tweet up already. I'm going to quickly find it. Just, you know, bear with me. Because he did put out a little thing about this. Actually, is it this one? Oh, yeah, this is the one. Fuck off, Carl. Right. So Carl Benjamin at Sargon of Akkad, a creator I have followed for a great number of years, right? Metatron is worried that Matt Easton will call him alt-right because he's friends with Shad, because Shad is friends with me. Good grief, if there's one thing we should remember is that anything that poisons friends and family against each other is the enemy. No exceptions. Now Metatron very, very intelligently responded to Carl and said, people already call me alt-right for absolute no reason. I beg to differ, mate. They call you alt-right because you push things that they have considered protected, which means they could let It's like that black Viking woman from that one Viking show. Like, you were like, this likely never would have fucking happened. And then a bunch of people were like, oh, how racist. You know what I mean, mate? So no, I'm not worried about what Matt might call me. I've simply stated that I do not like the way you present your arguments, mostly because of your word choices. I didn't call you alt-right. I attack arguments, not people. I went on a 4+ hour binge watch of your content. Good lord, Raf, what the hell are you thinking? And came to this conclusion. Often you begin arguing against something I also argue against, such as PC culture, for instance, but then you lose me by how you argue against it. It's nothing personal, and that's why I said if some of my viewers like your way, they are free to do so. I'm not going to block them. Free society, happy to discuss the fine points if needed. And they have it amicably, and then there's a few responses like, oh, why don't you debate this on Lotus Eater's sexual tension? It's like, Jesus Christ, I don't have a lot of money, right? But I will pay for some like yaoi art of Carl and Metatron as a commemorative piece of artwork for this wondrous occasion. So that brings us back to my video. Now, do I have the sorry, I don't like those notifications on there, sorry. So do have my views changed? No, not really. I think Matt's a little bit probably a little bit of a like, he's a little bit skittish about this whole thing. I think Shad, yeah, he could probably word his things probably a little more less you know, he could probably word things a bit better. And I'm not saying he should, I'm just saying he could. This is from my point of view, right? And here I am in a fucking like tactical fucking vest, chest rig kind of setup. So I can probably do things better as well. That makes me human, that makes you human. So, right. Let me know what you think about this whole situation. The drama seems to have died down, so hopefully this is the last video I'll make on this whole thing. Leave a like and a comment and all that. You know, I'm not going to insult your intelligence by asking to do it. You know what to do if you like this. If you like this stuff, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more from me, and I will see you later.